Hi y'all. So first of all, let's talk about my hair. I'm looking in the mirror by the way. So I interlocked it more cuz it wasn't tight enough. So I'm working on that. That's like my current project. Let me turn the car on cuz it's cold out here. As you can see. Um so I just got me some Chipotle. I don't know what's up with me at Chipotle, but I don't know. Like I just be wanting to eat it. Like I always crave it. It's the baby. But anyway, I wanted to come and talk to you guys because like I said, it's New Year's Eve. So, everybody tries to change and stuff and has their like New Year resolutions and stuff like that. Um so just wanted to come and talk to you guys because this year has been very tough for me. I was depressed like pretty much like all the beginning of the year. Like, yeah, pretty much like the whole beginning half, I was depressed. I was still in school in college. Um, that's when I figured out like I was taking a break from college. Like after this semester was over, because I just was like, let me turn this off. I was just like tired of it. Like I was so over school. I was so depressed, so sad, so like lacking in a lot of ways. And you know, going through all that, obviously I had to reflect to get in a better place and figure out what was the problem. So when I started reflecting, like self reflecting, you know, I started to realize like I was the problem. I'm not gonna look in the camera because it's really like hurting my head. I haven't ate all day, but um, I started to realize that I was the problem, and I say that because I was so accessible to people that didn't deserve me, like so accessible, and that goes for family, that goes for friends, um, you know, and I don't have many friends. Um, those that know me know that. Like, I've never had just a lot of friends. I would be social when I felt like it, but I've never had a lot of friends. It was always a select few. Um, but I let people take from me. And it wasn't necessarily they were taking something physical, but they were taking stuff that you can't see. And when you're not physically giving it to them, it's harder to see. It's harder to overcome that, and it's easier to dismiss it because it's not being seen. So that was going on a lot. Like I let a lot of people take from me over these past couple years, and it just kind of caught up to me. Like I let people take energy from me. Like I said, it wasn't physical things, so it wouldn't be money necessarily, but it wouldn't be money for all people that would take from me. It wouldn't be money for everybody that was doing it, but some people it would be. Some people it would be, oh, a ride. Some people it would be, oh, like just me sparing my time a lot, me looking out for a lot of motherfuckers. And when I was depressed all the months, ain't nobody look out for me. And I don't want to get emotional about it, but you guys know I am pregnant, and by now, and you know, I'm getting hot now, and I get emotional very easily. I'm starting to get out of it now because I'm in my second trimester finally, but it's still there. So if I end up crying, then I just end up crying. But yeah, like when I was depressed all the months, then nobody noticed. Then nobody give a fuck. Well, I wouldn't say nobody noticed, because I will say, like, my grandma did notice. She was, like, one of the only people that really noticed and really knew, like, without me having to physically say it. And, even with her knowing, it was still like she was taking from me. Like, you know, she ain't give a fuck. She was still taking from me, knowing I ain't have shit, knowing I ain't have a pot to piss in, knowing I'm supporting myself in college. And she's not the only person. It's been way more. And that's why I said, like, you know, like, I let a lot of people take shit from me this year, like, take energy from me. A lot of people. When I was in college, I've completed 3 years of college. This last semester I did like I fell off really bad because, like I said, I was just depressed and I just didn't have no energy no more. Like, and I didn't know why at the time, but I just felt like I couldn't do it. Like, I had been in school the year before that, the whole year, and that was my second year, you know, consecutively going to school, even though it was my third year in college. So I haven't went to school, like, college consecutively, other than those 2 years, these last 2 years. And it's just like, I was just drained. Like, I was drained out my mind. And, you know, so like I said, I've been self-reflecting this year, and I had to realize, like, that was why I was like that. That's why I was so depressed, because I give people so much, and I get fucking shit in return. I get fucking coal in return. Like, I mentioned my grandma, so let's talk about my mom. I mentioned how, you know, I supported myself in college, which was very hard. I had a car note. I didn't have bills, but I did have a car note, and I had to pay for tuition by myself, or figure out how I would pay for tuition, you know, by myself these last 2 years. And my mom wasn't helping me. Neither was my dad, but my dad wasn't taking from me either. Like, even though he wasn't helping me, he wasn't taking from me either. But back to my mom, it's like my mom would take from me so much. My mom has took so much from me in these last 2 years of me going back to college and supporting myself fully, paying a car note, you know, these last 2 years, because I had the car note for about these last 2 years. And this is not my car, by the way. This is my father's. So I don't have the car that I'm speaking about right now. I don't have it anymore. So yeah, so I gotta get ready to go get my sister in a little while, and I'm gonna go get me a pop too. That's why I haven't ate yet. And I just wanted to talk to you guys too, cause it just been on my mind. Like, I literally just been talking to myself, like, this car ride about this, because, you know, I'm just self-reflecting and shit. And back to my mom, it's like my mom would, like, I would come home this last year I was in school. I would come home and go to her house. I mentioned I don't pay rent. I don't have my own place, so I would go, you know, to other people's houses in my family when I was on break and shit. So this year I was going to my mom's. Well, this past school year I was going to my mom's house during breaks, and she would just take a lot from me. Like, she would take, like, I would help her pay her bills, pay her rent, pay her car note. That's like $600 a month. I would just help her do a lot. And then when I would come home, she would always have me clean up her house. Like, and mind you, like I said, I didn't live there. I lived on campus. So, and I don't mind, because my mom has always made me clean up the house all by myself. She's always made me do that as a child. And that's one of my childhood traumas. And, you know, like, she would continue to do that. Like, I wouldn't even be in the house. Like, I would come visit while I was depressed, like, while I wasn't going to class. And because I stopped going to class after a while, because it was just like, I just couldn't do it. Like, and I would literally, like, some days going to class, like, I would get ready and get up in the morning and get ready to go to class, and I just couldn't do it. Like, for some reason in my spirit, it just wasn't right to go to class, because I just wasn't here mentally. I wasn't physically there. And I just knew, like, I couldn't even though the class is not that long and I get breaks in between classes. And then I knew also, it's like if I go to one class, I might as well just go to every class for the day. And I just couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it. So once I realized that, I would go to my mom's house, and like I said, she would have me clean up her house. Now, granted, like I said, I wouldn't be in the house, and I would come in and help her clean up her house or clean up her room, do the dishes, and I didn't make this mess. And like I said, like I mentioned, my childhood trauma of her making me always clean up the house. So I have 4 siblings in total, three that lived with me, and 2 are twins. The youngest 2 are twins. And my mom would always, and the oldest, that's my mom's child, he's a boy. And my mom just always made me clean up. It was never nobody else. Nobody else had to clean up shit. It was just always me. She would make me do the dishes, the kitchen by myself. She would make me do the living room, and I wouldn't even be in the living room for real. She would make me clean up my room, and I shared my room with my little sister. She would make me clean up the bathroom. We had a one bathroom in the house. She would make me clean that up. Like, she would make me clean up damn near the whole house. And nobody else had to clean up shit, but everybody making their mess. Everybody contributing to the problem, but I was the only person that had to clean up. And I would clean up the house more than she would. Mind you, we was in a Section 8 house. It wasn't like she was just paying no crazy ass amount of rent or paying the whole rent. So, and she didn't have no job either because she was on Section 8 and food stamps. And my mom was at the house all day, 24/7, because she didn't have a job. And she would make me clean up the house. It was always me. Always. Nobody else had to do shit, nothing. And then if I didn't clean up how she wanted me to clean up, if I didn't clean up to her standard, she would get on me about that. Oh, well, you halfway clean and shit. You don't know how to clean up. I need to teach you how to clean up. But you don't know how to clean up. That's why you don't clean up. That's why you're a fucking mess. Your house is always a fucking mess, for one. So yeah. And I helped my mom raise her kids, like raise the twins. I've helped her raise my older brother. Because even though he was the oldest, he never stepped up like he was the oldest. Like, other than giving her money and, paying her little rent that she had for her when he got a little older. So I would help raise him as well. I would get all the kids up, ready for school. I remember when I used to iron everybody's clothes. Like, obviously not my mom's because she didn't have no job. But all the kids' clothes, I used to get up early as fuck in the morning, iron everybody's clothes in this same house that I was just speaking about. On Section 8 and shit. I used to get up early, clean up, iron they shit, get them up for school while my mom was doing nothing. I helped her raise the twins when they were babies. And I'm not dwelling on it because I don't want you guys to think I'm dwelling on it, but it is, like I said, a childhood trauma. It affects me to this day. And I'm just trying to give you guys context on how I was treated, like how I've always been treated. I've always been treated like shit, like by a lot of people, by my dad. My dad used to call me selfish. And we still on my mom, but I'm just saying, like, I got treated like shit by a lot of people. And that's why I would accept it from, outsiders that wasn't family, because I was already accepting so much from my family alone. And yeah, so I don't really want to cry, but yeah, so I gotta leave in a little while to go get her. But I forgot she only down the street, so like, I let my mom treat me like shit. So I said all that to say, I brought up these traumas, like went into deep detail about these traumas from my mother, to say, like, you know, with me being pregnant, this bitch told me, and I hate to call her a bitch, but it is what it is. Because like I said, when you say fuck me and you treat me like it's fuck me, man, it's fuck you. Period. Period. And that goes for anybody, not just my mom, not like anybody. But anyway, she had the nerve to tell me, oh, well, I'm not watching no baby. I don't want to be watching no baby this year, you know, this new year, because my baby will be born in 2024. But I helped you raise your kids, though. I helped watch your kids. But you're telling me you won't be there to support me, to be my village for my kid. You know how bad that shit was, a slap in the face? Like, that was the ultimate fucking slap in the face. Like, I've been shitting on all year, and like really before this year I've been shitting on. But that was the end. That was the fucking cherry on top. And cause that shit just hurt. Like, this your first grandchild. Your first one. My brother is in jail. He don't have no kids, my older brother. This is your first grandchild. And you gonna treat it like that. But you didn't help your sister's grandkids. Your fucking nephew with his kids. You done watched his kids for free. For free. But you saying you don't want to help me take care of my kid. You don't want to be there for my kid. No matter what I say to you, no matter what I did to you. Now, this was before I started to vocally disrespect her this year. So this was before that happened. But obviously when she said that shit, it was over. All that shit was out. All that respect shit, that shit was out the window. That shit was out the window. And you know, that's when it started this year. That was like last month, 2 months ago. Yeah, like 2 months ago when she told me that. And that shit just hurt. Then, you know, we had a conversation not too long ago. Me and my mom haven't been cool, you know, since around that time when we had this conversation, since like 2 months ago. So I tried to be cool, go to her house, like literally like 2 weeks ago. Be cool, go see her, you know, say hey. And we started to have a conversation because she wanted to have a conversation. She because she continues to call me disrespectful. That's her favorite word to describe me right now. I'm disrespectful. I don't do this. I do this. I blah blah blah. And so she wanted to talk about me being disrespectful. So I didn't come to talk about that. I came to make amends, to be cool. Because at the end of the day, you need your mom. This is my first pregnancy, my first baby. You need your mom. And not only need them, you want them. You know, I don't know shit about being no mother. And obviously she don't either. But at least you have experience being a mother. And in this conversation, she told me that you're going to be stuck for 18 years. You're going to be stuck. And I stopped her right there. I said, no, that's how you look at parenting. That's how you looked at being our parent, our mother, that you were stuck for 18 years. And that made sense on why she treated us the way she did. Why she kicked me out, you know, multiple times as I started to get older. Why she got this apartment she's in now, a 2-bedroom apartment. You have 3 kids. One is in jail, obviously, so I'm saying 3. I didn't never officially move out, but you only got 1 bedroom for the kids. So that's the twins' room. They share the room. So obviously, what I'm trying to say is there's no room for me. So even though she didn't kick me out, you did kick me out. You feel me? You did. Not verbally, but you did it. So she had the nerve to tell me in this same conversation, you know, because we arguing and stuff, because I'm not going to stand back or stand down just because I'm inferior to you in age. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about you being my mother, because like I said, you don't give a fuck about you being it. So why would I care? Why would I value that? Why would I respect you as my mother if you don't act like it? Why? Why do you deserve respect and I don't? I'm an adult too. I'm a grown woman too. But anyway, so in this same conversation that I'm talking about, she told me that I didn't live in the house. I didn't live in the apartment that she lives in. Which, I mean, obviously, but I told her, you know, you've never verbally told me that. You never came out of your mouth and said you don't live here. And I said, that's funny that you're saying it's starting to rain. That's funny that you're saying I don't live here, but I done came home when I didn't live here and cleaned up after all y'all motherfucking mess like I did live here. I done helped you pay rent in this last year, in this last past school year. I done helped you pay rent while I was paying a fucking car note, a $400 car note. I helped you. I still helped you. I helped you not even get fucking evicted from your apartment. The same apartment that I'm talking about. Helped you not get evicted. Because I was giving you money. I was supporting you while none of y'all was supporting me in college. You wasn't supporting me in college, but yet I helped you though. But you got your hand out though, right? So like I said, like the other thing was a slap in the face, but this one was too. A big fucking slap in the face. A huge slap in the face. I don't live here, but it seemed like I do. I can't tell. I didn't help pay bills like I live here. I didn't help clean up this bitch like I live here. I can't fucking tell. So I went into detail to say, you know, don't be accessible to these motherfuckers. Don't be there for these people and they not there for you. Be there for yourself. And that's the type of shit I'm on now. I'm here for myself and my child. Fuck everybody else. Fuck helping everybody else. Because all that do is hinder me and put me in a bind with my fucking hands behind my back. I'm not doing that shit no more, bro. It's over with. That's the lesson I had to learn. And sometimes, you know, sometimes, still look like this man about to leave. Sometimes you gotta learn that shit the hard way, or you never gonna believe it. You never gonna see it. And that's how it was for me. Cause like I said, I've been learned this shit. I learned this shit when I was depressed for 6 months straight. I learned that shit. So it's not like it's new. You feel me? But when you want to accept some shit, gotta make you accept some shit. When you don't want to accept the motherfucking truth and the reality, baby, it comes. It comes and bites you in the ass. Literally. It comes back to bite. And even with one of my best friends. And he's a guy. It's raining hard. I'm about to stop recording in a little while. But I, you know, was always accessible for him. Always there for him. And that motherfucker literally ghosted me. My best friend. Literally ghosted me. Literally. Ghosted me like I was nothing. Treated, you know, act like I was nothing to him. And what did I do? And mind you, he ghosted me last year. And I'm sorry, I'm like everywhere right now because it's raining hard. And y'all know I got fucking pregnancy brain right now. So, ghosted me last year and came back like 6 months later. Came back like nothing happened. Well, tried to come back like nothing happened. Like, you didn't do shit wrong. Like, literally. And, you know, I let him do it because, like I said, I was a dummy. I was easy. I gave people easy access to me. Easy. You ain't never even have to do much. You feel me? But have a title with me and I would give you access. I'm driving so slow right now. I would be there for you. And I'm going to go get my sister from work. It looks like she's not even ready. And so, yeah, like, and I just, like, I honestly accepted him with open arms. Like, him coming back around, I accepted him like nothing happened. Even though I was so hurt that he did that, I accepted him like nothing happened. Except, like, you know, was back friends with him like nothing happened. Like, that didn't hurt me. And it obviously did. And, like, even to this day, like, even though that was last year, that was in 2022, you know, that shit still affects me. That shit still, and I still look at him sideways for doing that shit. I still think back about that shit for him doing that shit. And I don't respect that shit. Period. Because that's not no real friend. It's not. Because I don't do that to you. I don't do that to nobody. I don't do that to my family. But, oh, baby, don't put it past me. Because now I'm about to fucking start. But, yeah, like nothing happened. And, you know, like I said, like, that shit still hurts me to this day. That shit still fuck with me. And I'm still willing to be cool with him. And I don't know why. It's like, I really did not know my self-worth, for real. That's really what it was. I was dumb and I didn't know my self-worth. Or I valued myself very low. Because nobody that values their self high, would do that. Nobody in their right mind would let somebody do that to them, you know, before, like, without no repercussions, without no problem, without me putting my fucking hands on you, slapping you a little bit or something. Nobody would do that knows their value. And once I realized that, you know, and this was as of recently, because, like I said, I still accepted him to come back with open arms. So this was as of recently when I realized, like, that wasn't very self-worthy. Like, that wasn't viewing myself highly. And once I realized that this year, it's like, fuck you. Like, and we still, like, we're still talking. Like, we've been talking literally as of, like, this week. You know, when he wants to talk. Other than me having a boyfriend and getting pregnant and shit, like, you know, we've still been talking. We've been acting like nothing happened. I've been acting like I wasn't hurt and all that shit. And it just caught up to me, like, because it's just like, I don't fuck with you like that. Period. I don't trust you like that. If you can ghost me for that long and not talk to me, you gonna do it. You can do it again. What makes me feel like you can't do it again? What makes me trust you enough to even let you do that again? To even let you back in my life like how you was? Nothing. So I said all that to say, like I said, don't be easy access to a motherfucker. Don't respond. Don't jump when somebody say jump. Don't do it. If they not willing to do it for you, if they not gonna be there for you when you down, if you can't call them and vent to them about what the fuck going on with you when you down and out, don't even do it. Save yourself the fucking misery. Save yourself the time, because that's what's valuable. your time, your your value, how you value yourself, and how somebody else value you. Very, very important. And and then, like, with this best friend that I was discussing, like, when I would tell him about my relationship, my past relationship with my baby daddy, um he just would get like upset. He would be like, "Oh, like, that's not you. I can't believe that that's you," because we've known each other for like more than 5 years at this point. So he would be like, "I can't believe like you would do shit like that. That don't sound like you. That wasn't you," and blah blah blah. But mind you, it wasn't me when I accepted that bullshit from you either. And how you gonna be mad at another nigga treating me wrong when you was the first nigga that treated me wrong? Cause I've never had no boyfriend other than like being in 8th grade. I've never had no real relationship because I never could have one. Um, so you, let me text her. So you was the first nigga I accepted the bullshit from. So I don't understand how you could say, "Oh, that's not me," and "Oh, like, you can't believe I accepted that," when I accepted all that shit from you. I accepted your wrongdoing and took you back with open arms as being my friend. Literally. So it's just like, so like I said, the lesson for today: stop being accessible. Stop being so accessible to these motherfuckers. Fuck them. I'm not that desperate. I'm not that lonely. Fuck you. I don't need you. And then now, and that's why I said, like, everybody was trying to, like, oh, let me see what she said. Okay, she said she's not ready yet. That's fine. Everybody was trying to, oh, I'm not ready for a baby. But first of all, who's ever ready for a baby? Was y'all bitches ready for a baby? Was y'all, like, and then, a lot of women in my family wanted me to have an abortion because y'all had abortions. Y'all wanted me to have an abortion. Y'all wanted me to abort my baby. And my whole thing with that is, I'm not aborting my fucking blessing. I'm not aborting something that I thought I wanted and I ended up getting it. Because, like I said, that's my blessing. And what the fuck God gonna do to me? If you believe in God or whatever, what the fuck gonna happen to me? I'm gonna get my karma because I done begged for this baby. I done wanted this baby so bad. And we done broke up and shit and all that. Probably because we got the baby. Because the baby's, in me. But if this is what I asked for, why would I give it up? Why would I not want it? And like I said, this is my blessing. So I was saying that to say, all my family, they looked at me like I was crazy for keeping the baby because all the shit I done been through with the baby daddy and all that. And, I ended up going to the mental hospital after we broke up and shit, which is a whole nother story. I'll probably record about that because I was in the mental hospital for a week. I was in the psych for a week. And yeah, like, y'all wanted me to abort my baby, but really this is a blessing. This is what I needed. Literally. I didn't know that I needed it, but this is literally what I needed. I needed this so I could have somebody to confide in that's of me, that won't treat me like shit, that gotta learn to respect me and learn to love me unconditionally and shit like that. Cause I tried with you motherfuckers, you grown ass adults. I didn't try with y'all, and what have I got? Fucking heartache, fucking heartbreaks, fucking mistreated, used, took advantage of. This is like literally what I needed. Literally. Now it stopped raining. It's so funny. Well, it stopped raining hard. This is literally what I needed. And I'm so glad that I'm pregnant. I'm so glad Like, even though it hasn't been the easiest, I'm glad that I have a baby on the way. I can't wait to see my baby. I haven't seen it like in an ultrasound or anything yet. I'm gonna see it in like about 2 weeks. And first of all, they are fucking close, I think. Why you trying to go around me and shit? But yeah, so yeah. So this is a big blessing for me. That's what I'm saying. They're close. Why you trying to spin around me and shit? But yeah, like, big blessing for me. Big, like, it's gonna fill a void that I always had. It's gonna make me have to get over my childhood trauma. It's gonna make me have to move forward and not look back. I have to. And it's gonna make me right the wrongs that I've been through. Like, because I'm not gonna treat my kid like that. I'm not gonna make my kid clean up and have to take care of their siblings and shit just because they're the woman of the kids. Or, you know, like, I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make my kids watch each other, because that's not their job. Their job is to be a kid. So, you know, I just vented to you guys a little bit. Some things I didn't learn this year, and some shit that I won't be doing from now on. So, like I said, I'm not talking to my mother. I'm not talking to my grandmother. So, a lot of people that was pulling me down and shit and taking. And if I wasn't pregnant and they didn't said the shit that they didn't said about the baby and all that shit, and said the shit that they didn't said to me, because, you know, one thing I've also noticed is that they don't respect me as a woman. And me being pregnant has made me realize that. Because, like I said to myself, what have you bitches done to earn respect out of the family? Push kids out. That's all y'all have done. Y'all haven't accomplished shit. Y'all don't have no fucking business. You know, nothing. Nothing. Y'all don't have a car that y'all own. And this goes for both of them. Nothing. House that you own, car that you own, nothing. You haven't done nothing to earn a real respect as a woman but push a kid out. And I'm gonna be pushing a kid out. So how can't y'all have respect for me or respect me as a woman? How can y'all not do that? When I've been a woman for years. I'm 22 years old. And when are you gonna start to give me my respect as a woman? Because at the end of the day, bitch, I've been raising kids before I even was pregnant with this one. If we being honest. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to go because this flash is getting on my nerves. For one, I'm thirsty. For two, and I'm hungry. Baby hungry. Baby been hungry all motherfucking day. We haven't ate all day. It's 6 o'clock. And I've ate literally like chips. I don't even know what I ate today. Chips. Yeah. Chips. So definitely need to eat. Bro, they're closed, bro. I don't know why y'all keep. But yeah, because people pulling up beside me because they think they open because I'm in the drive-thru. But I'm at the back door waiting on my sister, but she's not ready because she's still doing her shit. So I'm about to go get me something to drink, eat my food a little bit, because she probably ain't gonna be ready till like 6:30. I don't know why the fuck my dad told me 6, but that's cool. Because if he didn't tell me 6, I would have went right back to the house and then been even later than, you know, what I needed to be. So yeah, I'm glad that I had time to really talk and vent. I feel better. I feel higher of myself. I feel like moving forward, you know, without these motherfuckers in my life, without these fucking energy vampires. And y'all just realize that just because they're your family doesn't mean that they want the best for you. Doesn't mean that they're, and even your mother, even your dad, even your parents, your grandparents. Bye, y'all.